What's good YouTube, and welcome to the house. I don't often cover rumors here on the channel because I heavily dislike them until they're proven fact. But this rumor is spreading like wildfire. So I want to use my platform to show everybody exactly where this rumor came from and how it popped up. And then I also want to discuss the questions that it raises, the outfall on the secondary market, and then my own opinions on if this is a good or bad overall decision, if it is true. I want to emphasize this through the whole video. This is a rumor, but like none other, this can devastate aspects to the secondary market. It's already impacting the secondary market, and people are making rash decisions, which if I was in their position, I might be making rash decisions having seen this. So I want to get everybody up to date on the information that is out there and where this all came from. So last night on Card Market Spoilers, a ton of interesting sets popped up, clumped in 18-pack booster boxes. A very odd specific number, but we started Strike of Neo, so we're going back over a decade for re-releases into Tactical Evolution, the very first set with Ghost Rares, iconic sets like Phantom of Darkness, and even an unlimited printing for the first ever time of Star Strike Blast. This is all very big, if true, insane. Like, the secondary market for Ghost Rares right now is crazy. So here's some of the questions that are raised. Will there be Ghost Rares in here even? Because Konami stated a long time ago that if we're upping the holos, we're printing this, we're ending Ghost Rares and core sets. But we're going back to past products. So are these leftovers? Is this an EU only product? What is going on? I've talked to so many different people with connections to USA distributors. They've heard radio silence, nothing about this at all from all my connections, and that's quite a few people. So I haven't heard anything from EU people either. I'd like to know, how easy is it to get on this page, to change this page, to make changes? Let me know. Maybe you're a major vendor like Junk's Playground. Let me know if you know anything about how easy it is to change this page and put it up there. But people are making decisions already, and the questions raised, they're pretty legitimate. Will they have updated card text? Will they be a brand new printing like the Legendary Collection game board packs, where you can kind of tell the cards are a little different, that you actually get new cards with clarifying card text? A lot of people are fans of that idea throughout all of these old sets. Ghost Rares, if they're in here, which 18, again, booster packs is a very odd number, but I can't imagine them cutting Ghost Rares out of classic sets like Tactical Evolution, Phantom Darkness. I don't imagine that Ghost Rares are just suddenly going to get slashed out of here. I can't see it, and there's no Ghost Rares in Phantom Darkness. I'm just talking about in general, all these different sets, like the Duelist Genesis. How are you going to re-release that without Ghost Stardust? The market for these was swelling up, and now that first edition stamp is going to mean more than ever if this is true, because when we look over at the Legendary Collection game board, it completely ruined the prices of old cards like Blue Eyes White Dragon. Look at this. This from the base set is available for under $25. I believe there's like 6-7 different versions of Blue Eyes worth more than the original. The retro pack is worth over double the price, to maybe even triple the price of the original base set. That's pretty sad for a card game, but that's what happens when you reprint packs. People are gonna bust them open. They're gonna just tank them. Now, why I'm skeptical about this also is when I look at all of these, how is Konami gonna release these all at once? The consumers aren't gonna have the money. The stores aren't going to have the capital to just hold on to these and hope that consumers slowly turn them over. It would have to be released a little bit at a time, like how they do the Legendary Collection. They have a pack of each in it. Well, if these are 18-pack booster boxes, yeah, they could hope that they sell off of the shelf, but all of these at once, there's not going to be any kind of store that's going to go, oh yeah, give me 20 of each. Like, that would be ridiculous to me. If I own a store, I might go after a choice few like Phantom of Darkness. I might go after, I don't know, the Star Strike Blast especially. I think people just want to open a pack of that. Maybe a couple of the side sets, but Duelist Revolution, sure, chances at Ultimate Warnings. I don't know, as stores looking at this kind of a release, a massive wave, that this would have any kind of a success, especially in the EU. I just don't see it happening. They can't do it all at once, I would think. It would be too much. So this is why I get another tick of being skeptical about this news, unless it's like, all of this was announced to somebody and they're gonna release this and then that, or maybe this group of 4, that group of 4. I have trouble believing that if this is a new product, it's not backstock, that this would suddenly be out there. If it's backstock, it does make a lot of sense perhaps that Konami grouped it in lesser packs to be able to get out more units, and that it's now available for people to buy from their distro. So I do want to hear anybody with EU distro, if you have word on this. Now, I think my personal thoughts on this, if it's true, it's actually good overall. Being able to have access to your old packs is great. And if you were investing in this game in the first place, you should have gone with that first edition stamp on anything that you're buying. I understand people who go for unlimited sets like, oh, that was all I could get. But you shouldn't have invested in anything of an unlimited run. That means unlimited, it can be expanded upon at any time. You should have gone with first edition. Now, Ghost Rares, I kind of understand. You just wanted a Ghost Rare period, and you settled. Like, I understand the frustration that your investment might just get cut in half. Oh, I can understand that too, but they're still going to have to pack it. It's still going to take time for the quantities to rise on market, and for vendors to even want to touch and bust this product is highly unlikely for the price point they're gonna get it at. Remember, Ghost Rares aren't just guaranteed in a box. They take kind of over a entire case pull to try to get your copies of them. So I don't think that we're gonna suddenly see like a huge dip very fast, but it will happen over time, because we can see that even with base set cards that are iconic, clearly very insane. It's crazy when we look through like how many different versions of Blue Eyes actually beat. It's not even on the front page. So random Ghost Rares and other such things, yeah, like look at this. An Unlimited's not even available under 180. There's gonna be much needed coolant. I think this will be one of the most open ones. And on the market, like a first edition box 650, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, so the fact that we have chances at these booster boxes potentially, I'm a fan of. And you're gonna see, what, 20 Yugi tubers, the chase for Ghost Stardust. You're gonna see a lot of these packs get opened, but it's crazy to think of what this will do to the overall market. It's crazy to think of the actual physical amount that's perhaps available, even if it's in the EU. It'll come over here. There'll be vendors working with vendors to get large quantities of this. But again, this is a rumor. This is a big if true. This doesn't have any official backing of work. So be careful making your decisions. Rushing to sell your Ghost Rares? Chill out maybe a little. Rushing to sell your sealed unlimited boxes? I might be more of a fan of that if I had stacks of them. I would be like, all right, it's time to yeet them out. Because we've already seen, what, they reprinted the Legendary Decks 2? The Legendary Decks 1 are coming this winter. I showed that it was confirmed on GameStop pre-orders, and the Hero Structure Deck is back out there, and people are acting surprised when I already talked about that coming out. So GameStop pre-orders have confirmed that, yeah, Konami likes to reprint product, and we've seen it, but on this scale, that's the eyebrow raiser. On this crazy amount, how are people gonna afford it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think there's credence to this? It would be so random for it just to appear, and it's so striking that it's suddenly in 18 clumps. Like, how do you just randomly make that statistic and decide, all right, that's how it's out there, 18? Like, it sounds so random that it sounds like Konami, and I think that's where a lot of people are getting credence, and that it's Card Market, that they would be responsible to, like, make sure that their site doesn't have something crazy like this happen that's wrong. Like, Card Market, you want to believe that that's a name, but I want to also know who has access to doing this. Like, that's where all of this comes out. That's where we're at right now with the entire story. It's all right here on this page, popped up on this page, and people are running with it without any kind of confirmation from distributors. I feel like I would panic if I had sealed. I personally have one box of the Duelist Genesis special editions, which is an unlimited run that DZ offered 175 on Winky Face. It's not like I'm just gonna, yo, hey, you offered, please buy. No, I'm not gonna be inclined to get rid of one box of that. I also have one box of the Battle Pack. Yeah, we're Battle Pack drafting again, boys. I have one box of that. I believe it's first ed. I'm not in a rush to get rid of it. I just, man, if you invested in an unlimited sealed, this just shows that it is kind of one of those weaker investments, that it's something you might want to yeet off sooner than later, that Konami can do this at any point in time. And I think questions like that are good to look at, but I wouldn't just, like, kick out your ghost rares automatically that are unlimited. I would take your time with it. Think about it. Think about how many of these realistically exist, how many will be opened, but the market will tank if this is true. So make your decisions based off of your own big brain plays, as always. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy how I approached this rumor and made it very clear that it is one. And yeah, let me know what you think. We're in insane days if this is true.